no enemy in the outside can cause me harm if there's no enemy on the inside. So what that all comes down to is one thing: how you see yourself, how you talk with yourself, how you view yourself, how you feel about your accomplishments and your failures, how you feel about all the things you've done in your life up to this moment. And depending on those perceptions, depending on how you view it, depending on how you're talking with yourself on the inside, will determine the influence outside has on you. So, for example, if someone tells you that you are going to fail, why give it a try anyway? You're not going to succeed. Well, you'll believe that if you believe it already within yourself. If you have developed a thinking pattern that you're a failure, when someone tells you on the outside that you're going to fail, you will believe it only because you already do. There are those people, and you may be one of them, or you know someone that has a really healthy self-confidence, a really healthy view of themselves, and when someone else tells them something negative, they won't achieve it or they won't succeed, they do it anyway, and usually with much more vigor, to prove them wrong and to prove themselves right. And there are those people that do that, and they usually prove the naysayers wrong. Are you the type of person, when someone tells you not to try, quit before you even start, you're not going to succeed, you believe it, and therefore you limit your life because of someone else's opinion? See, a lot of us do that. I used to do that. A lot of people do that. If you are a person of confidence, healthy self-esteem, healthy self-reflection, healthy perception of who you are, which all that you are is an accumulation of everything prior to this moment. All of your perceptions, all of your experiences, all of your beliefs, all of your ideas, all of your hopes and all of your dreams, all of your successes and failures up to today define who you are. The whole story of your life up to this moment, how you define that is really who you are. Now, some people take a look at all the failures and all of the things that they did not achieve, all of the should-haves and could-haves. And when you take a look at that, you tend to have a negative inner dialogue, and you start saying negative things to yourself repeatedly, perhaps for years. And if that's what you're looking at, and you feel that inferiority, or not fitting in, or not good enough, or more common and more popular, you're not where you think you should be. That's a very, very poor way of looking at yourself, and I'm going to explain that in a minute here. So if someone tells you that you are a failure, you're not going to succeed, quit before you're ahead, you'll believe the naysayer, you'll believe their opinion, because you already do on the inside. You see? So what we have to do is take a look at that internal dialogue, that internal conversation. And when we take a look at the internal conversation, that will determine ultimately the outcome of your life. That will ultimately determine where you're heading, not the naysayer's opinion. See, what we need to do, what you need to do, is not take a look at where you are today from where you think you should be. You take a look at where you are today from where you came from. Now, me as the example, if I take a look at when I crumbled and when I fell and when I was crawling and when I was suffering. Now, I could have went down one of two roads. I could have kept going down the road of destruction or the road of reconstruction. And I made a decision to reconstruct my life. So I look at my life today from where it was 10 years ago, let's say. Well, that's what you need to do. Because we all have gone through tragedies, difficulties, challenges, a loss of a job, a loss of a relationship, moving out of town, moving into a new environment. We all had to face at some point challenges and difficulties that were very, very difficult to overcome, but you did. But when you were in that challenge and in that difficulty, you may have been struggling. Well, look at where you are today from where you've been 2 years ago, 8 months ago, 5 years ago, whatever the case may be. Take a look at that. Second, take a look at where you want to go. Don't look at where you don't want to go, because you have two visions, where I don't want to go and where I want to go. Now, if I'm looking at where I don't want to go, well, that's what I'm looking at. So where do you think life's going to take me? Down the road of where I don't want to go, but that's where I'm going to end up. So I have to stay focused on where I want to go. And that is not determined by someone's opinion of me. That is not determined by someone else's limitations of what they think I can achieve. See, that applies to you. Where you're going in life to succeed is not determined on what someone else thinks of you, not determined of where someone else thinks you should go. What is determined on where you're going to go is your internal conversation. If there's no enemy on the inside, if I do things in life, if I behave in ways that are going to build my self-confidence, self-nurture, going to the gym, eating healthy, surrounding myself by positive people. See, if I do those things, my internal conversation within me, I feel confident. See, you are responsible to conquer your life. You are responsible to champion your life. It's not the responsibility of people around you. It's not the responsibility of people around you to build you up. Although it's nice when they do. See, we like that, right? If someone builds you up, it does help. MIT did a study that it takes 17 positive affirmations to eliminate or negate one negative comment about you. Imagine that. So if someone tells you you're ugly, right? It'll take 17 positive "you're beautifuls" to counteract that one negative. Isn't that amazing? That's how the brain works. It's like we're naturally driven to the negative. So if we're hearing negative a lot and we start believing it, we're through. So what we need to do is positive affirmations. Positive affirmations. 1, you're responsible to provide that for yourself. And 2, you are responsible to surround yourself by people that do that to you, that build you up and encourage you and tell you to reach for the stars and tell you you're a champion and tell you you can accomplish anything. You're responsible to say it to yourself. You're responsible to surround yourself by people that encourage and build you up. Someone else's opinion of you is not your destiny. Someone else's limitations of you is not your destiny. Remember something. If your associations do not see the champion in you, it's likely they don't see the champion in themselves. You understand that? People that see the champion within themselves can see it within you. Surround yourself with champions because they'll see it in you and you have a higher chance of succeeding at anything you put your heart's desire in. So stay focused, surround yourself by positive people, pay attention to your internal dialogue. No enemy on the outside can cause you harm if there's no enemy within. So straighten up the person inside of you. Become your person's best friend, and you become the love of your life. You are responsible for your life story. Take care, guys. Love you. Have a blessed day.